Good afternoon. How are you? Happy Monday, the 23rd of January. Alwyn Jennings here, spiritual guide, coming in with your channeled energies of the week so that you know what to expect this week in terms of the energy that's around in the cosmos and the universe. The first point to make is that there aren't any planets retrograde at the moment, which is marvellous. So all the planets are doing what they should be, which should have a beneficial effect on us. They're like that for 12 weeks. So hopefully that's a good thing. Yeah, and the energies, I think since the last week, I don't know about you, I was in a bit of a frustrated fuddle. And it started to clear as the week went on, but particularly after the super new moon on Saturday, I feel like things have changed. And there is still this, there is still this kind of feeling of wanting to get going, which has been a theme the last couple of weeks in these readings. And there's still a little bit of a sense of frustration, but it is becoming clearer. We are now in the last week of January, more or less. We've got Symbolic coming up next week on the 1st of February, which is, as I've said from the beginning of January, feels more like the beginning of 2023 for many of us. So interesting energies, because there's quite a bit of fire energy I can sense, and my guides, which obviously means we want to get going, but there's a flip side to that, and we're being told to be patient. Don't we all love that word? So, without further ado, I'll start to bring in my guides now and channel. Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to be here. All right, so it's as Alwyn said, you're retrograde free now, which is marvelous. Hopefully you'll start to feel the benefits of that for the next 12 weeks. For this week, of course, everything has just started to go direct in terms of the planets, so it will take a little while for it to for you to feel the benefits of it, to be honest. But there is this great sense of clearance, there is a great sense of further clarity, and many of you will be wanting to really get going now. There's a bit more of a fire energy around. So fire is passion, wanting to get on with everything, sort of yesterday. But just be careful, because we're sensing there is a little bit of perhaps unfocused energy around. There's a lot of pent-up emotion and wanting to get going, but actually slower this week is better. Okay, so don't maybe do anything too impulsive this week. Perhaps because there is this possibility of self-sabotaging as well. There's a possibility of just doing something for the sake of it when it really doesn't line up with what you want to do. So certainly for the first half of the week, it's really going within still, really feeling into what feels right. So for example, today Alwyn was writing down all the different offers she could make, but actually she needs to take a bit more time. So it's that sort of thing. And it could be anything around anything where you need to make a decision, all right, as well. And then if you do, there's this kind of this wiser energy coming in where it's saying, suggesting that you need to slow. So become patient, because then you'll start to see the bigger picture. There is this element of being able to see the bigger picture this week as the week goes on. All right, so be patient, focused. Remember, you're in this for the long term. It doesn't, it's not that you don't want to do well this week, of course, but it's not always about the big wins. Sometimes it's about the little wins that make a real difference, and it's about setting your sights for the long game, right? So being patient, being a bit more focused, bringing in sort of your higher self, maybe bringing in your guides and your intuition, and really really focusing on what feels right, okay? Because if you do that, we're sensing an incoming of abundance for many of you. All right, so you're there, you are already where you need to be, okay? It may just be that you need to slow things down, because anything done too quickly this week may end up not turning out the way you want. All right, well, maybe not for everything, but certainly for some things. So bear that in mind this week. And just, you know, it's almost like you're tying up loose ends, making space for, you know, your full potential. So that's how we're seeing it this week. All right, so have a wonderful week, and we will be back again next week. All right, so I hope that made sense. I think there's a feeling here of, you know, we always want to get somewhere, don't we? We always want to have a result. We always want to know where we're going. But actually, we just more often than not need to enjoy the journey, the process. I need to remind myself of that. And I'm sure some of you do too. And it's not necessarily just in business, it can be in your personal life as well. So yeah, so the energies feel lighter, things have lifted, but it's still not a go, go, go energy, okay? And if you're feeling like things are built up and you really want to get going, if you get going too fast, you may end up doing something that doesn't work out, which is okay as long as it's not sabotaging your longer term plans. Okay, so as I said last week, if you need any clarity, remember my Spirit Guide hotline is a good place to start, where you can send in your questions and I'll channel the answers and send them to you, either via Messenger or WhatsApp. So take great care of yourselves, and I will see you again next week.